meeting place in that sense, it is destined from all these 3 points of view. I will put the cosmic nature, the
The soul,
transcendental supernatural forces working,
the soul's mission.
and so Savitri soul's mission is important.
Yes, sir.
In fact, I will say the universal nature and the transcendental forces are perhaps helpless if the ready soul is not there.
Right, sir.
He is the operating instrument at the point.
Right, sir.
There has to be Savitri.
Right, sir.
God might have revealed, etc. So what? But there has to be somebody here.
Our soul is called many times as the armed soul.
Armed soul, that's right. Yeah.
Yes,
yes.
So there has to be an armed soul
That is the whole thing. So
to do the bidding.
So that restraint has all these connotations.
Right, sir.
In fact, he says, Earth couched alone with her great lover, heaven, uncovered to her consorts, purple eye.
Here is the another eye we have here.
Another eye, purple eye, royal eye of majesty. He says, now here, this is important in the sense that earth and heaven is combining together.
Right, sir.
The earth is lying there, sky is covering the whole thing. So that it is lovers,
Right.
earth and heaven, you see, in that sense. Heaven from that eye. In fact, this is a Vedic description.
Okay, sir.
Java, that is heaven. Divya, divine, that is heaven. Java, Prithvi, that is earth. They are consorts. They join together. So the description of Java, Prithvi is very recurrent in the Rig Veda. They combine together. Now, it is of course taken on a physical vital level of the two lovers coming together here. But the intimate relationship of earth and heaven in terms of the evolutionary march of things here, they have to come together. Heaven must interact with earth. Earth must open out to heaven. Then only the full flowering of evolution is possible. So that way they had to be together. They had to be consorts. They had to be lovers. They had to be lovers. So in that sense, you already had the elements of love being introduced at a supernatural level. That here is Savitri coming, here is Satyavan coming. They are going to meet, and things are going
Heaven
to
is
happen.
there, earth is there.
So suggestively, even small details are very richly presented here. Purple, he says, purple, majesty, fullness, grandeur, Aishwarya, king. Purple is the color associated with richness.
Right, sir.
Richness, you see.
So this spot had this quality.
Yeah, it has that quality already, you see. Richness. Yeah. So all these things are already present here. You see. And then he says, 13th, primeval peace was there, and in its bosom held undisturbed the strife of bird and beast. Now, in other words, such a meeting of the two lovers cannot happen in any other place where there is no primeval peace. The basic foundation for such a meeting is the original peace that should be present here.
Okay, sir.
Satyavan and Savitri, they are not meeting the crowd in the market here and there. There has to be really private, the original deep, luminous peace has to be there.
Because a lot of soul movements would be happening.
Exactly.
A lot of soul
The
action
subtle
would be
movements,
happening.
those things are there. So unless that primeval peace is there,
Yeah, that becomes the Aadhar, the peace becomes the Aadhar.
in fact, it cannot happen elsewhere. In other words, again, this is the spot where there is the primeval peace. So the meeting has to be here. Death also has to be here.
Right.
In the bosom of that primeval peace. It cannot be in the heart.
Right.
Where you don't have necessarily that peace to see. Yes, that kind of a peace. So death also has to be the same place, primeval peace. So these elements again are wonderful. You see the way in which the story is sort of woven. You see, primal peace has to be there. Important condition, rather, you see.
For the body, that primal peace is where it feels most relaxed and in a way,
Yeah, I mean,
in
where
its meditative state it can be.
yeah, you can put it that way, or you can also rather you can say that if any supernatural action has to occur, it can become effective, successful only in the atmosphere of deep peace. Only the atmosphere of deep peace. Otherwise, it is ineffective.
Right, sir.
So the meeting has to be fructified, fruitful, has to really yield something at a very deep level, solid, then it has to be filled up with peace. Primal evil peace, you see. And then again he says, the next line, 117, see, like the thought-screened infinities, 17,
Yes, sir.
last two lines.
Yes, sir.
Like the thought-screened infinities that lie behind the rapt smile of the Almighty's dance. So he has already introduced the element of Almighty dance, Nataraj, Shiva, which is literally said blue-throated.
Right, sir.
It is he who is, it is his dance in which things are going to happen, you see. A matted forested, that is a clear description of
Shiva.
Shiva, you see. And then here it says, this was the scene, the whole picture is there. This was the scene chosen by the ambiguous
Yes,
mother.
Yes, sir.
Nature, Mother Nature, Earth, poor lady, she does not know what is going to happen. She has no that knowledge,
Right.
therefore she is ambiguous. But here I am offering, you see, and had chosen for her brief, felicitous hour. Here in the solitude, far from the world. See, that is the
Important.
primal peace.
Yes, sir.
Far from the world.
World.
That is the most crucial thing, you see. Her part she began
In
in the
world's
words joy and strife.
As yet, she was cocooned in her own world.
Yes,
and
exactly.
It's now with her
Now
action.
exactly. Yeah, it has started now, see.
So that this means the second phase of her life has started in that sense.
Joy and strife already means meeting places for both.
Right, sir.
And earth is offering.
Joy and strife.
And the Lord Shiva is presiding over the entire scene, or the action. He is watching the
So
whole
both
thing.
the joy and strife should lead into the
And
transformation.
all that is going to happen is a part of the dance, you see, constantly happening.
Right, sir.
And then we have got this last line, very beautiful line.
Love in the wilderness met
Yeah.
Savitri. Yes, sir. So that last line gives the meeting.
Yeah, love into. See, the important thing is that take these four lines for instance. Last sentence: a stranger on the sorrowful roads of time.
Yes, sir.
Now, you see, this is a very, very wonderful way of taking the story forward. The poet, as a creative artist, how to develop the theme is a very wonderful thing. See, until now,
She's a stranger to sorrow and all that.
Shalva Woods, this is all Shalva Woods'
Right,
description
sir.
basically. Until now, it was the description of Savitri. Essentially, she is going from place to place, searching, etc. But now the destined spot, etc. It was all pertaining to Savitri. But now suddenly he has introduced love,
Right, sir.
Satyavan,
Right.
because he has to carry the story forward also.
Right.
And the next canto opens with Satyavan,
Right, sir.
love and Satyavan. You see.
In the it's
And therefore, he says, a stranger on the sorrowful roads of time. Who is Satyavan? He is a stranger. He is already a divine incarnation who has stationed himself
on the
in the
sorrowful
sorrows
roads.
of time.
Right, sir.
He has accepted the yoke of time, of sorrow. Immortal under the yoke of death and fate. This is a perfect description. He is immortal. He is avatar. In
Right,
fact,
sir.
Mother says, yes, after all, who is Satyavan? She says, he is the permanent avatar.
Plunged into the
Inconscient.
inconscient. Yes, sir.
To stabilize it, to make things happen from there. So that is a great sacrifice, you see. Immortal under the yoke of death and fate, a sacrificant of the bliss and pain of the spirit. He is offering his sacrifices. Bliss, happiness, everything he is offering. Love in the wilderness
That's all.
met Savitri. Now, if you see the sentence, I am kind of fascinated with the sentence in the sense that it is, to a certain extent, a little puzzling sentence also. You forget about the other part of the sentence. If you simply say, love met Savitri,
Right, sir.
the question is who met who?
Right, sir.
If you just take the sentence,
Satyavan met Savitri or love met
love met Savitri. Means Savitri met love.
Savitri. Right, sir.
Or love met Savitri.
So the idea is who met whom.
Huh. Yeah.
So it has to be both.
No, but from the construction, what will you see?
It is like love has come to Savitri.
Love has come to Savitri.
Yes, sir. Because love is it starts with love
Yeah.
in the wilderness, met
Yeah.
Savitri. So it is as if the love has made an effort to meet Savitri.
Yeah.
Whereas
See, this sentence appears to be something like the oracular statement of Delphi.
okay, sir.
Delphi, Pythia. She makes certain statements which can be interpreted
Either way.
either way. Return not to die in the war.
Okay, sir.
You can read like that. Or return not to die in the war.
Right, sir.
Exactly the opposite, you see.
Right.
Return not.
So in another way, you can just see it completely differently.
Totally different.
The construction is
Yeah,
such.
because, yeah. The other
But
statement-
here, how is the construction?
I would, why, yes.
Here, the construction is quite specific.
Yeah.
Love met Savitri.
No, I can also read love met Savitri. I give a little pause. Love met Savitri.
Yes, sir. So I mean to say it like that only,
No, otherwise love met Savitri.
right, sir? So if after love you give a pause, so love met Savitri.
Means Savitri means in inversion. Savitri met love.
Okay, sir.
It is an inversion. Met Savitri. Means
Okay, which means Savitri desired an appointment and he gave her appointment, and
yeah,
then love
that's-
met Savitri.
uh.
Whereas in the first case, you
Huh.
would say that love
Love,
met, which means
yes.
love made an effort to meet
Yeah,
Savitri.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, in that sense, maybe one can.
It's a little yeah. See.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, this is the very, very understandable also, in the sense that, you see, Shivendu was extremely well read in Greek literature, Greek mythology, Greek civilization. She had totally assimilated everything in him. And this kind of puzzling statements are not infrequent in Greek literature.
Right, sir.
They appear. So once in a while, you have those kind of things entering into Savitri also.
Right, sir. Right, sir. Right, sir.
Maybe deliberately, maybe naturally, maybe artistically, to enrich her.
So in this case, actually, both would be true.
Yeah.
Because love also had come to meet Savitri,
And
Savitri had also gone to meet love.
Yeah, that's true. If you go only by that particular line,
Right, sir.
if you go only by the fourth line.
Yeah, right, sir.
But the earlier three lines are really describing
Satyavan.
Satyavan.
Right, sir.
So, means love stands for those three,
Right, sir.
sacrificant and all those people,
Right, sir.
you see.
Right, sir.
So that way, if I ignore the first three lines, then I can go on playing with that, you see.
Right, sir.
But the way in which he has placed it, it means that also, you see.
Which means Satyavan had met Savitri.
Satyavan met Savitri. And therefore, immediately, the next section, next canto, begins with the description of Satyavan, who is that love.
Right.
And the story sort of unfolds, moves on, you see.
Right. So you mean to say, if you see the above three lines
Yeah.
and the fourth line,
Huh.
it would imply that Satyavan as love
Yeah.
has made the effort to meet Savitri.
Yeah, you see, yeah, that's
Because,
right. You see, he said, a stranger, Savitri is not a stranger here.
Right, sir.
Yeah. Well, in a way, Savitri is also a stranger. She is also immortal,
Yes,
under
sir.
the yoke of, but she is not under the yoke of death
That
and
is-
fate.
Right, sir. That specifically Satyavan is.
It's Satyavan. sacrificant of the bliss and pain of the spheres.
So even though from the story's perspective, from the narrative,
Uh,
it's Savitri who's out there on a mission
Yeah.
to find
Love.
the destined phase.
Yeah.
But really speaking, it is Satyavan who aspires in matter for Savitri all this while. So
Absolutely.
it would indicate that.
Very true. You got it. I think it's deep inside. It is true. Satyavan is also in quest of Savitri.
Right, sir.
I
He
mean-
explains in great detail as to how I have been in quest of that link,
Yes.
and
yes,
you come to
yes.
me as that link,
That is very true.
golden link.
That is very true. Yeah.
So the first thing is that thing which Satyavan notices immediately.
Yeah.
That sees the solution of all the quest of my life.
You're just right. No. That after seeing her.
Yes.
But what I'm saying is the way Savitri is traveling from place to place in search of her life's partner,
Right,
that
sir.
quest is there. She does not know whom to meet. In the same manner, in the soul of Satyavan also there is a constant urge to find solution to the problems of this world.
So for that matter, that is the very reason he came to forest
Forest, yeah, exactly.
to first
In
enhance his
fact,
vision.
in fact, if you extend what you see is true. In fact, that gives us another clue also. It's very true. It's good you brought it out to see. It means, in fact, that is what we'll see also perhaps. It means that essentially it was destined that Satyavan would live in the forest. That his father will become blind, he will be thrown out of the kingdom and come to Shalva woods.
By the fact that he was Satyavan's father, he became blind.
Yes, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yes.
It's true. It has to be, yeah.
So that he could come here,
Yeah.
he could develop that inner vision,
Yeah,
and he could be able and have the capacity to recognize Savitri when she
that's right.
comes.
Yeah. So I think we'll stop with that.
Yes, sir.
We'll prepare for the next.
Right, sir.